Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
And it does. And it does. Yep. So this is another one. And I say this is one that's a continuation almost from yesterday. Because, you know, I don't want people in their emotions. I want us to really think this stuff through. So,
you want answers?
You came to the right place. But make sure
you can't handle the truth.
Make sure you're one of them people that can handle the truth. Because if you can't handle the truth, it's the wrong place. And I'm going to tell you, some of it is good, and some of the things we doing are bad. It's more in the middle. So we gonna talk about it and break it down. Boss Cowboy Sports, let's go.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Let's go.
New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Hit that alone.
I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to bet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-day. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Let's go.
New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
And I want all the executives to have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
All right, man, so I promise y'all this one because this one is important because like I said yesterday, I never do content to make people feel good. Never. So if I'm giving you the positive end of what I'm saying, it's for real. It's just as for real as when I was warning about Kellen Moore. It's just as for real as when I was saying Terrence Steele was better than Lyle Collins. It's just as real. So I will warn people that if I'm saying something that's opposite what everybody else is saying, give me a chance. Because I think at this time I've earned it, right? If I'm saying, I'm not saying it like everybody's saying it. See, I say that sometime and you'll get a reaction. I say, I don't see it like y'all. And you'll see people say, oh, really? Well, how you seeing it, boss? Here you go. Here, boss, go. Nah, hear me out. Listen, it's a good thing when you have people that think outside the box, that don't just go with the flow, that pause and that'll look at the evidence. So, and this is what I'm gonna tell people, and I mean this. I know we angry about Green Bay, but we starting to fuss about things that we should be happy about. So I'm gonna say even this. If we had the results in free agency that we having with the UDFAs and the USFL, we will be calling our front office genius. Say that again. If we had the results that we're getting in the UDFAs in free agency, nobody would have any complaints. But I think what's going on is we looking at where we getting our talent from, and I think we don't believe in it. That's what it comes down to. So today I'm gonna tackle some of the most common theories, all right? And I'm gonna look at them with evidence. So like, for instance, we got my boy Eastside Harrow in the building. You know, he gonna be faithful. He gonna come early. He always, he not even on time, he's early. But even before I hit the stream, here come Eastside. So like in his case, he say the UDFA blow. Yeah, yours probably do. But you can't look at ours and say ours does. You can't. Not if you being honest. Yeah, yours. Yeah, the Texans. Yeah, y'all probably horrible, like most teams. But I would say we are absolutely not. So let me just make the case. Hear me out. Hear me out. And then I'm going to open up the phones. If I'm tripping, call in. Tell me I'm tripping. But this is what I'm going to ask. If you call in and you disagree with the UDFA and the USFL strategy, I don't want to debate a metaphor today. Can we not do that? I don't want to debate metaphors. I don't want, that's like shopping at the, at Payless. It's like, okay, that's a metaphor. Can we look at the specific players? I'm not debating metaphors today. I want to talk about the specific talent that we've acquired. Because see, a lot of us, we like to put out metaphors that nobody can argue. Would you rather get your shoes from the Nike store or Payless, boss? It's like, come on, man, that's obvious. I would rather, right? But, that happens all the time. So if you disagree with this, I want you to use specific UDFAs and USFLs. I bet you can't. OG landlord in the building, coming in bearing gifts, showing love like an OG. Look at him. My boy. He said, boss, what's happening? With the $5. Man, appreciate it, big dog. I'm going to make sure I put that away. But let's get right into it. And it's going to start with us from last year again at the draft show. So let me just pull it up. I thought I had it ready this time. Here we go. Listen. Let me turn off this music. Now listen. Will McClay from Today on 105.3 The Fan. Here we go. It's one part that stuck out to me, and it's gonna confirm that what Jay Tuck said was the truth. So listen.
You can't handle the truth.
It takes a part in it. That's all you're looking for. Someone to say that you're allowed to, and you are good at hitting on the strengths and weaknesses of players, and then them being able to put them into the system. That's the most important thing. Is if you pick them, you got to use them.
So hold on. See, don't let that go over your head. See that was quick what he said, but that goes to a philosophy. Listen to what he said. If you pick them, you got to use them.
Is for someone to say that you're allowed to, and you are good at hitting on the strengths and weaknesses of players, and then them being able to put them into the system. That's the most important thing. Is if you pick them, you got to use them.
He telling you the philosophy. If we pick them, we look at it like we got to use them. Yeah. So think about it. That's also what's happening now. See, I talked about it on the show yesterday on the Red Shirts, where I proved yesterday this was always the plan. If we pick them, we go develop them. Yeah. And they've been telling us. It's just that we've been wanting them to do it another way. They've been telling us how they do it, and they've been telling us what they was gonna do. They was telling us. They really was. Y'all go check out that show from yesterday. If you ain't checked it out, it'll get you all the way caught up on what's going on. It's gonna get you all the way caught up. But yeah, that is their philosophy. If they pick them, they go use them. This is a red shirt philosophy. This is also why yesterday Jay Tuck brought up the wow. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that was an epic statement he talked about, where he was saying that a wall has to come down in order to see some of these new guys. And he said it's actually 2 layers of a wall. And he was right. So let me go back and pull up the picture. I thought I had it up. Let me pull it. Because a lot of people, and I'm being honest, I think we looking at this a little bit too pessimistic. And I don't do shows to make you feel good. I'm going to keep saying that because some of y'all might think I do that, and I don't. I would never let y'all Goldilocks me. Y'all never go have me sipping and eating porridge trying to figure out what's the perfect temperature to keep you happy. I'm not going to do it. So, but yeah, a lot of people looked at all the exits and they say, oh man, ain't no way you serious. But what's really going on is the removal of the wall. That's what's going on. And they're betting on guys that had the upside. Okay. And the guys that they drafted had the measurables to say they have the upside. Let me keep going. So remember when he was talking about in that press conference, right? In the war room. What did he talk about? The depth at guard. The same philosophy.
Yep.
It's the same philosophy. So, so Tuck is right. I know everybody saying I trust Will McClay. We tell Tuck and Will saying the same thing. They saying the same thing. The same thing the OC saying. Listen to him again. Here we go.
You got 2 minutes.
We'll just get warmed up.
Will, who would you take?
Personally, I would go with Mozzie because I know that he helps us now with the guard. I love the guard too. My question is.
So we talked about that both, right? Mm-hmm. We had that both. So we agree with that. We already said that. Here we go. And he said the guard. So here we go.
You're adding something to it where we have depth. I think the defensive line.
See? Depth. What did he say? If we pick them, we go use them. So it wasn't about the player. It was about the budget. It's about we are going to develop these guys. That's what we're going to do. we're not going to get a guy right now that we know are just better than him right now. We are betting on upside. And this is what I start peeping. We was calling it out last year. We was seeing it last year. Remember, this show is from last year. But you are seeing it implemented now. Especially from my partner Q-Dog who called in, right? My partner Q-Dog called in, Coach Q, and he said something that stuck with me. And it's facts when you really think about it. And it made sense on every one of our picks. We draft ceiling, and we try to get coaches to take them all the way up. That's why we bet on ceiling. Because all of us was talking about Mozzie's motor, right? So based on how he played, some of us gave him a second or third round grade. But based on what he was capable of, some of us gave him a 15 grade. I said a top 15 grade. I said it specifically. So then when I think about it, I said, that's what they did. That's what they did with pick 1, pick 2, pick 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they went with the upside.
But here's the thing, and I appreciate.
Now listen to Law.
This is all of that.
Hold on. Listen to Law. Law is finna go in there. Listen closely. You finna hear a breakdown that's. I'm just proud. That's all I can say. Yeah.
But it's only one driver in the car, in the car, right? But in this particular philosophy, even though you can say draft ceiling, I don't think that Will McClay got the overall power to say, hey, we're drafting X, we're drafting Y in the car, in the car, right? But in this particular philosophy, even though you can say draft ceiling, I don't think that Will McClay got the overall power to say, hey, we're drafting X. You can say draft ceiling. I don't think that Will McClay got the overall power to say, hey, we're drafting X. You can say draft ceiling. I don't think that Will McClay got the overall power to say, hey, we're drafting X. We're drafting Y and we're drafting Z, because you got so many people saying, "Nah, let's take left. Now let's take right." So that's why we see some of the things that happens the way it happens. We know Stephen Jones don't watch all of that tape. What the hell he's even in there for to have an opinion, right? Or even the other guy. So when we see like other people do their thing, it goes to show you that, like, man, come on, man, let Will McClay drive. But this is how we do this. Let Will McClay drive. But let Will McClay drive. But let Will McClay drive. But this is how we do these type of philosophies, and it may work for us on certain things and it may hurt us on other things. But I truly believe when the front office have no input on in it, you see the work that Will McClay does, and that is when the latter parts of the rounds and the undrafted rookie free agent class go. I believe that's when you see most of Will McClay have no input on in it. You see the work that Will McClay does, and that is when the latter parts of the rounds and the undrafted rookie free agent class go. I believe that's when you see most of Will McClay power is on the back end of the draft, not necessarily on the front end, because when you see most of Will McClay power is on the back end of the draft, not necessarily on the front end, because they got their hand rookie free agent class go. I believe that's when you see most of Will McClay power is on the back end of the draft, not necessarily on the front end, because they got their hands too much in it.
Oof. Y'all clap it up for Law. Yep. And that's what I see too. I think that's also why we do so damn well. For real. I think that's why we do so well. It's because I think Law hit it perfectly. During the draft process, it is a lot of hands in that. I think when he's fully left alone is in free agency, undrafted free agents. And that's where, honestly, magic happens. Magic. So I want to go through some of the common assumptions, and then we go through the actual players to address the assumptions. The common assumptions that I see when it comes down to the UDFAs and the USFLs. First, you can't team build with UDFAs. I'm gonna prove that's not true. Now, if you, I forgot that dude name for the Texans. What's his name? I forgot his name. He always in here. He listening right now. He got us on high volume. What's his name? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Eastside. I had to scroll down. If you Eastside, yeah, you hate UDFAs. That's because your personnel guy, not Will McClay. If you the Bengals, you hate UDFAs. You hate it because y'all hardly ever get starters out of y'all's. Yeah. If you the Giants, you probably hate UDFAs. If you Philly, you might get one every 4 years. That's a pure steal. But we not. None of them. So that's number one. Number two, the UDFA player was not drafted for a reason. So that's people go-to line to try to insult the talent level of the UDFAs. It's a reason why that person went undrafted. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's very flawed logic. Because see, that logic assumes that the scouting community has pure and gold judgment. That if they pick you in the first, that means you're going to perform good, doesn't it? According to that theory. Because if that's the truth, why are 40% of first rounders outright busts? If where you was drafted determines your upside. To be honest, it's a very lazy analysis that does not match history. Number three, the UDF players cannot start in year one. I've heard that theory. It's not true. And it's not true with the Cowboys. It's not true with your own team. If we go line by line and look at each one. If we actually debating the guys that's actually playing, that's not true with Dallas at all. Number four, USFL players are a waste of scouting. Are they? Dallas, they get their talent from UDFA and USFL. Well, let's look at it. And it's go answer the question, why are we mad? I want to start with one of the guys that everybody is anticipating right now. And I'm going to ask y'all a question. What do y'all think about Jake Ferguson? I'm going to ask you a real question. What do you think? What's your real gut feeling about Jake Ferguson? Do y'all feel like he's a future baller? Do y'all feel like he's an outright dog? What do you feel about Jake Ferguson? I want to see y'all put it in the chat. I want to see some answers. What's y'all thoughts on Ferg before I go? Somebody said Jake is a dog. High ceiling. My boy I Rock said dog. Yeah, I want to see more than that. There's enough people in here to answer that question. What's y'all thoughts on that? I see Beast Dog. Yeah. It's more people in here. I want to see a few more answers because I want y'all to participate in this so that we can put this in perspective. Yeah. What's y'all thoughts on Jake? Because I love Jake. We all love Jake. You should. Jake has earned it. If anybody earned it, it's Jake. Yeah, Ferg is one of them ones. Yeah, Fergalicious. My top 10 tight end. What's up, Mr. Westbrook? What's going on? C, what's your opinion on Ferg? My boy say, I like him. He played with passion. We talking about Ferg, right? Doggy dog. Yeah, this is universal. Like, I can't find nobody saying, ooh, my boy said future all pro. Ooh, wait. One of them 11. Yes. Yeah, man. Big alpha dog, my boy T in the house. My boy say Fergenstein. Yeah. I agree with everybody talking.
It's nice having the guys we have now and even the guys that didn't play today. I mean, there's so many options out there. And it's going to come down to, hey, you got to leave somebody one-on-one. But I think it starts with just having trust with Dak and having trust with Coop and knowing that, hey, we see this certain coverage, that ball's coming to me.
John Stevens, what have your impressions been from him?
Stretch is a baller. I mean,
Wait. Now, all y'all called him a dog, right? What's the first thing he did when he said John Stevens? A guy that's competing with him. I want to just read his body language when they asked about John Stevens, the UDFA.
Stretch is a baller.
Hold on. Let me just read his body language.
We see this certain coverage, that ball's coming to me.
John Stevens,
John Stevens. That's his initial look.
What have your impressions been from him?
Stretch is a baller.
That boy said, Now, this is the same dude y'all called a dog. So hold on. If everybody calling him a dog and he over here like that dude, wait. Let me just see what he said about the UDFA.
We see this certain coverage, that ball's coming to me.
John Stevens, what have your impressions been from him?
Stretch is a baller. I mean, he's making plays in practice, making plays in camp, made plays tonight. And I think that's he's not even touching the surface right now. He's a great player and excited to see what he kind of molds.
He what? He ain't even what?
Plays tonight, and I think that's he's not even touching the surface right now. Plays tonight, and I think that's he's not even touching.
Coach, I need you to retype this, but I need you to put this in all caps for the people in the back. I need you to put that in all caps for the people in the back. Now, it was universal. All us up here, dog, alpha dog, atomic dog, nasty dog. So, my boy say, damn good company, man. Yeah, okay. Well, I got more evidence than this.
The surface right now. He's a great player and excited to see what he kind of molds into and what he does for this team.
What's it like when you see a guy who's so new to the position and just he's got those natural tools, the receiving background? Like, how much do you find yourself kind of thinking, man, how good can this guy be?
Yeah, like I said, he's got a high ceiling, and I don't even think we've even seen any sort of that yet. But like I said, he's making plays right now, and he's one of those guys that can definitely help us down the road. It's nice having the guys we have.
He can help us win.
Definitely help us down the road. Yet. But like I said, he's making plays right now, and he's one of those guys that can definitely help us down the road.
Okay. So he being a company man, right? Is he being a company man, or are you being negative to where you just don't want to hear nothing positive? So I got some more evidence for those who just can't believe that a dog is recognizing a dog. Here we go.
He mentioned, I didn't want to get too far off the topic, but when he mentioned John Stevens, I will just say, from my perspective of, wanting to take like the best videos during camp, if Luke Schoonmaker had John Stevens' highlights, and I'm not saying that there's a ton, but there's been during camp, if Luke Schoonmaker had John Stevens' highlights, and I'm not saying that there's a ton, but there's been a few videos during camp, if Luke Schoonmaker had John Stevens' highlights, and I'm not saying that there's a ton, but there's been a few. People would be losing their mind about it because he's made some. Luke Schoonmaker had John Stevens' highlights, and I'm not saying that there's a ton, but there's been a few. People would be losing their mind about it because he's made.
Is that company men? I'm just curious. Are they being company men, or are they just talking about what they seeing? I'm just curious.
Some nice grabs, and I think on our first show, I want to say you might have mentioned him. I know you guys had mentioned John Stevens, and I came into camp not really. I mean, it was kind of like, well, I kind of know who the top 4 in the depth chart at tight end. That's probably cut and dry, but I will say he's done some things over the last week and a half where I'm like, damn, kid's pretty good.
Kyle's definitely the head of the fan club. He brought my attention to it, and he's made some heck of a plays.
Talked to Linda Wells yesterday, and he kind of looked at me and goes, I told you about John Stevens. He's been on it too, and he told me about the nickname Stretch for John Stevens, and that's kind of what the tight end group has been calling him. He gave me a little nugget yesterday. He goes, I got another new nickname for you, Bull, and it's Princeton Fant as the tight end.
He's a bully up there.
He's short, he's stocky, but he's strong
physical
up there, and he's very, very physical.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody obviously interested in Schoon, right, with him starting to come back. But that really sparked me, because as I was saying before, we don't see what y'all see, and John go get us the best. He go get us the CeeDee Lambs, he go get us the Dak throw, he go get us the LVE interceptions, but it's the second and third team guys that y'all seeing. Like, are you sensing some Bland potential in those tight ends?
Yeah, I could see a couple of those guys sticking out. Now it's a crowded room. I mean, Lunda in that same conversation said he would like to take 4 or 5 tight ends at some point along the way. And the fact that they've carried 4 guys before, but 5 feels like it would be a stretch.
Yeah,
you've got 2 guys automatically, Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker as draft picks. They're going to make the team. They're going to be around. But then after that, you have Peyton Hendershot, who you think is a lock to make it. And then you've got John Stevens, Sean McEwen, Seth Green, and Princeton Fant as those other guys that can step up. So, man, I kid you not, I was warned about John Stevens. I liked what I saw on tape. He's a big-bodied guy. He's a converted receiver. He can push the field a little bit. They call him stretch because he's got a 6'6" frame, but also because he can stretch the field. Like there's a double meaning behind that one as well. So I was really looking forward to seeing John Stevens when the Pats came on, and he's not disappointed. I would say right now he's been the second most impressive tight end of the bunch going on, and he's not disappointed. I would say right now he's been the second most impressive tight end of the bunch, and he's not disappointed. I would say right now he's been the second most impressive tight end of the bunch going all the way through camp. Whoa. If not, I mean, he's knocking on the door of being the most impressive tight end.
Look at my face.
All the way through camp.
Whoa.
If not, I mean, he's knocking on the door of being the most impressive tight end of the bunch through training camp so far. But I think Ferguson leads the pack. Then it's been Stevens. Hendershot's up there too. He's had a great camp so far. And then they really like some of the younger guys and what they've shown there too.
He mentioned, I didn't want to get too far out.
Yep. So, and remember Mike McCarthy was talking about last week, it was some guys coming off IR. That's one of them. So, I mean, maybe Jake Ferguson was being a company man, but I don't think everybody was lying. I'm sorry. I just don't. I believe that, and the film, we was all seeing it ourselves. It was starting to be people out here calling him baby Pitts. Yeah, because we was seeing it. Yeah, in preseason. We was wanting to see more before he tweaked that ACL. We was like, man, this long dude he coming back. So let's keep going. Just kind of answering these questions. And let me ask you a question. We gonna ask a question. Be fair. Do you think he had a chance to be top 2? Talent-wise? Talent-wise. You saying we couldn't have built a team with that? You can't build no team with the UD. You telling me instantly he wouldn't have made a difference? I know we don't know for sure, but what your common sense tell you? So the UDF player was not drafted for a reason. Does that align with what you were saying? With what everybody was saying? All the people that was out there was saying? You telling me he couldn't have started year 1? You couldn't imagine that? All right. So let's go to another one. All right. That's under the radar. Hunter. Let me ask you a question. Yes or no question. Did he or did he not start year 1? Just a yes or no question. Yes or no? Did he get starting reps year 1? Yes or no? Because according to a lot of us, you can't do that. Yeah. And when you actually take a look, he was actually very impressive up until the fumble. Very impressive. I see y'all super chats too. I'm going to take each one. I have a super chat section where I'm going to take all y'all super chats. So I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all super chats. I never do that. I just want to finish the content, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take every one of y'all super chats. But I got the film. And one of the most impressive things about him is his blocking. That, like, and shout out to Aisha Morrison, because she was the first one I heard talk about. Just look at, like we gonna show him run the ball. But the thing you gotta watch is how he upping up some very nice holes as a starter. And we got a very good lead blocker out of him. To the point, I would even say we greatly failed by not using him more as a lead blocker. And I'm very serious. I feel like we didn't, because you see him over and over moving people straight out the hole. And I'm talking about traditional stout linebackers. Yeah. Hunter Lukey, a rookie. This is not even year 2. This is year 1. Year 1, you can look, boom. You telling me, oh, y'all not saying this? Oh, this is not actual film. I just want, am I watching film or am I making this up? Am I making this up or am I watching him plug linebackers one-on-one? Bow. Where you see Rico get an extra 3 yards based on a lead block of Hunter. Am I tripping or am I seeing what I'm seeing from what we say ain't supposed to happen? Because according to us, you ain't supposed to get no impact out of UDFA. It looks like that's not true. Now, is this just fancy, beautiful impact? Is this him just going crazy, running the ball, catching the ball? No. But is this an asset to your team? You're lying if you say no. Because if I watch him over and over as a lead blocker, you consistently see him move people out the way. Yeah. Over and over. He has the size, the heart, the mentality. Look, there it go again. I mean, how many times we gonna show you? Yeah, how many times we gonna show you? And this is not him with the ball. Oh, he didn't make a difference right there. Oh, he didn't make an extra 3 yards right there. Huh? Am I making it up? Nah. This is year one. And guess who else in the game at right guard doing his thing? Another UDFA. You see that UDFA? Number 66? You see him? Pushing them downfield? Or am I tripping? Now, these are the same boys that will say, you ain't go get no year one impact. And I'm looking at year one impact. And then when you look at him on short yardage where everybody know you running, he was converting 100% of short yardage up until the fumble. Literally. He was 100% on his conversion. The rookie, UDFA. Yeah. So when I look at some of the assumptions that we have, and that particular hole took vision. That took vision. He could have just ran up his butt. Nah, he had to see the hole, go to the hole. Yeah. 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 So it makes me go back to the assumptions. And it makes me say, and I'm going to say this. Me talking about how good we are at UDFAs does not mean I approve of what we did in free agency. I want to be clear on that. I'm going to say that one more time. Me being excited and loving what we doing with UDFAs does not mean that I love what we doing in free agency. So, because this is the downside of us. We are too stubborn on if we pick them, we got to play them. We'll wait. I see your super chat. I'm going to take your super chat in just a second. It should be, let me tell you, we too stubborn. We are. So I don't want none of y'all to think I'm saying, oh yeah, we don't need to do nothing in free agent. No, I'm not saying that. Am I saying we didn't drop the ball? No, I feel like we did drop the ball in free agency. Yeah. I feel like this is what I honest to God feel. I feel that the Dallas Cowboys should make certain free agent moves. Those type of moves that clearly move you clearly into contention. Like a Bobby Wagner, right? That type. Like a quality defensive tackle. See, them two positions, yeah. Yeah. Y'all dropped the ball on that so far. But I'm also going to wait it out. But I don't totally agree. I think it should be 80% how they're doing it, 20% free agents. I think it should be 80% don't touch nothing. Keep doing what you're doing. But 20%, they need to be more aggressive in free agency. But let's keep going. Kind of obvious, right? Right? Do we have to overthink this? This ain't one to overthink, is it? Now, Marquise Bell, was he a UDFA or not? I'm just curious. Was he a UDFA or not? That never played linebacker, but was such a pure football player that he did anyway. and was one of our better ones. You could easily say this and nobody would laugh at you. He played better than Clark. Yeah. And I would bet you $1 million he could have played as a. You telling me with what we saw his second year, you telling me he couldn't have played year one? Safety? Now he played linebacker, dog. Come on now. So you trying to tell me I shouldn't be excited about what we do in UDFAs? I should be mad. No, bro. Let's go to the big boy. Y'all know one of my favorites.
Finish him.
Perfect.
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 I love it when you ain't gotta say nothing. You just turn on the film. It just now. So y'all mean to tell me? I'm just keeping it real. If we got some free agents, right, that came in with the impact that we saw from our UDFAs, you telling me we wouldn't be happy right now? Keep it real. Will McClay was right when he said Steele was playing like a first round. But boss, you can't get starters from UDFA. You can't, boss. You can't. Yeah, they can't. Oh, do we forget that Steele had to start year one? Did we forget that? And yes, his first 8 games was horrible. His last 8 games was okay. It was decent. His year 2 was amazing.
Run it up, run it up.
Is he a UDFA or not? My boy Tariq say I don't want Ezekiel Elliott back. We'll talk about it. I'm gonna open up the phones. So See, if you fighting with metaphors, why does the Dallas Cowboys shop at the dollar store? Let's put some names on these boys. Now, if you want to call them dollar store, yeah, you gonna make all of them sound bad, because what you're doing is you're making them sound cheap. But if you talk about how these boys playing, you ain't gonna say dollar store. I'm gonna say this too. I think your UDFA's your most gangsters. Yeah. I think Will McClay low-key genius. I think Will McClay figured out how to get JUCO in the league. See, I played Division I. I played with JUCO players. They different. They are. See, when you play Division I, you walk into fine dining football. I'm being serious. You walk into fine dining. You eating the best meals. They fly you around. When you go to the game, you have a police escort. They escort you around the city. It's top notch. Oh, you never fly commercial. What they do when you getting ready to go play a game in another state or city? Oh, they take you and the team directly to your own plane. JUCO not like that. See, JUCO, you probably still playing on stones. Your locker room trash. Your facilities horrible. So you a hardened player. And that's the honest to God opinion, what I think, and I'm not playing. We doing with them UDFAs. They different. Y'all remember what Bell did to Dallas Goddard? Huh? What'd he do? Didn't he break his arm? My boy DLE say, he say, we signed too many Dollar Tree discount. Carl Davis is the recent example. When it come down to the shoes, I agree. This is a horrible strategy to try to get your shoes. This is where they need to move over to the 20%. They too. Is it the shoes? See, when you try to get shoes out of UDFA, you're going too far. When you even try to draft defensive tackle or the shoes, you go too far. And I'ma always say this. That's where this strategy is flawed. When they try to take care of the shoes with this strategy. But everywhere else, I'm cool with dollar score. Anywhere else. Don't try to give me no DTs out the dollar store. If that's what you call in these UDFAs. But everywhere else, I'm going straight to the if the dollar store giving me this, I ain't got no problem with the give me more dollars. If I'm getting this out the I ain't got no problem with the dollar store. Cause I'm looking at the players. I'm not looking at where they came from. I'm looking at the quality of the players. And if I look at the quality of the overall players, Carl Davis as the exception. Everybody else, why are we mad? I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't get it. Let me ask y'all another question. And appreciate that, D.A. Lee. I always appreciate your comments, bro. Did y'all like Curse when he first started? Did y'all like Curse? Cause Curse, and see some of this, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all, we throwing away some of these players a little bit too early. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me switch the music. Some of these players, I'm just be honest, we throwing them away too early. My boy say Schoonmaker from Walmart. It's too early, bro. Being all the way honest. I already made this mistake before. I'm being honest. You know who I made this mistake with? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Schultz. I crucified Schultz his first 2 years. I destroyed Schultz. By year 3, I was clearly...
You are fake news. It's all fake news. Wrong.
I was clearly wrong. See, because it's one person when it comes down to the Schoonmaker pick that I gotta consider. That they did not make that pick. I'm certain they did not make that pick without one person that I really do trust. It's no way they made that pick without Linda Wells. It's no way. And I trust them, bro. You know what I mean? I gotta give Schoon at least one more year to show me that upside. Cause he also had the best RAS score. Very athletic RAS score. So if I don't see that big jump this year, I'm gonna start jumping on the train that it was a waste. But I'm not throwing away these red shirts going into year 2. I was mad at the pick when it came down. Was that a contention pick? But I'm not mad at the pick as a developmental pick. And then if John Stevens, like my boy Chop just said, end up being that dude, well, move aside. Right? Schoon. Right? It's just what it is. But I'm just measuring for real. Because I was asking the question. A lot of y'all said y'all like Curse. Let's just ask this question. Did y'all want to see Wanye over Curse last year?
You can't handle the truth.
You couldn't imagine a 6'3", 215, run a 4.3, played return in college, got ball skills. Y'all can't imagine. So we embraced Curse as a starter and a leader. We embraced it. But you telling me we can't envision Wanye Thomas having more upside? So that's why I'm saying, is it bad? Is it the shoes? Is it as bad as we think? It's not. I'm just being honest.
Is it the shoes?
When it comes to them shoes, I still see some issues. But when it comes to them red shirts that's getting ready to step up, I want to see it.
Is it the shoes?
Just keeping it real. Because if I'm being fair, now if I just want to be angry, I'm gonna complain. But if I'm being fair, the Dallas Cowboys have earned the right to give them some type of optimism on them UDFAs and the USFLs. If I'm being fair. Now if I just want to just hate them and like, I can't stand y'all. I hate y'all. I don't want to give them. That's why I say sometimes the worst people in the world are the people that just want to stay mad. Because then you can't see the other side. You nitpicking. I swear I hate arguing with just argumentative women. Where because they mad at you, you ain't telling the truth nowhere. Because they want to stay mad. Some of y'all argumentative women. Some of y'all quarrelsome. Yeah. And on some of this, I'm just being honest. Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. Future picks only would keep you in mediocrity. Yeah, I think they need to get aggressive when it comes to the shoes. But everywhere else, nobody can convince me that we ain't getting starter grade quality talent. And some of these are not even future. Some of these have worked now. Now. Immediately. Yeah. And they go get even better into the future. That's real talk. That's real talk. So, yeah, a few more as I make the case. Just a few more.
But what can fans pay attention to as we get ready for Jacksonville this weekend?
Yeah, you mentioned there's a lot of moving pieces up there right now, but you need to pay attention to Austin Richards. He's going to be over there on the left side, and you also have TJ Bass coming out of Oregon. So both of those guys are going to be getting a lot of opportunities, a lot of reps, especially with Tyron Smith, obviously probably not getting a lot of reps, and then Terrence Steele working his way back from injury.
Yep. I guarantee you, if TJ Bass was a 3rd round pick, we all would be excited for him being a potential starter. But because he was a UDFA, we look at him cheap. But when you look at how he played, ain't none of y'all got no complaints with how he played. The man played right guard as well as left guard in emergency situations where he was thrown out there. But I'm supposed to be mad. Now, when I say you could play Tyler Smith at left tackle and TJ Bass at left guard, nobody ever objects. Nobody ever says, but boss, he's an undrafted free agent. You know why none of y'all say that? Because y'all saw him play. And it still could be the case. Hope y'all ready for this. It still could be the case that Awesome Richards still could end up being better. I hope y'all ready for that. For real. So we over here, so it looks like to me when Will McClay has full autonomy, he able to go get out of UDFAs better performances than your draft guys. Who was drafted? Was TJ Bass drafted? Was Awesome Richards drafted? I'm just measuring the Kool-Aid, bro. And this is not metaphors. These are names. See, I know we like to call them nicknames and no, let's look at, see, when you put a name on your metaphor, it hurts your case. We like to shop at the cheap seats. Put a name on it. Because when you start putting names on what you calling cheap, it don't have that same zip. It don't. It really just shows that you're angry. When you put names on your metaphors, like the real names, the real guys. When you put the real names, you really see you ain't really got no real case. I'm just being honest. The Dallas Cowboys are the best team in the league at UDFAs and USFLs. That's just not the area to be mad. To me. Does that mean that I'm happy with what we doing in free agency?
Oh, hell no.
But where we are clearly getting starter talent, I'm not going to say we can't win with this. Because, see, all of us was cheering when Bell broke Dallas Goedert's arm. Oh, we was cheering. Oh, yeah, when Bell took his arm on purpose and landed on it. We was like, gangster. Oh, we didn't care where he was from then, did we? When we saw that. We didn't care. Cheap seats. We didn't care if he came from the cheap seats or whatever we call him. We was only caring about he broke that dude arm. Real talk. Let's keep going. Because amazingly,
ready to go, and of course that Saturday kickoff coming up, and that'll be here before you know it as well. One thing, a couple things to update from Mike McCarthy's press conference on Monday, saying that the Cowboys have elected to move on from Tristan Vizcaino, the veteran kicker who was brought in through the offseason program, was released on Monday. Cowboys sticking with Brandon Aubrey, who they signed about 3 weeks. Cowboys sticking with Brandon Aubrey, who they signed about 3 weeks ago. Cowboys sticking with Brandon Aubrey, who they signed about 3 weeks ago. Cowboys sticking with Brandon Aubrey, who they signed about 3 weeks ago today out of the USFL. I mean, ultimately, the kicking was not good on Saturday. The guys went 1 for 6 combined in terms of the mojo moment alone, and that doesn't even count the warm-up kicks and special teams work. But what do you think about this move and how the Cowboys are moving forward with the kicking situation?
Well, we know how that worked out. Listen, y'all, all I'm doing is measuring the Kool-Aid. You can't be mad at how it tastes. You know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. Because I remember the off season. I remember how 99% of people was angry about kicker. And I was paying attention to training camp and the numbers. And I kept hearing this new kicker kicked 9 or 10. This new kicker had another day where he was another 90%. And the whole time I was watching, we was still complaining about kicker. And I went to training camp myself in Dallas, and I saw him kick from the 50, a 60-yarder. And I double checked. I was like, because I was filming, I said, dude, did he just kick that and had about 15 more yards. I thought I was tripping. I was like, I must be tripping. I swear to God, I was sitting in training camp watching that big old leg that we got at USFL. And some of y'all gonna still say you don't get talent at the USFL. That's not the place to get talent. Some of y'all gonna still say that. Even though we ain't got one, we got 2 Pro Bowlers out of there. So I'm just not buying what some of y'all selling. I'm not buying that you can't. Not when I'm seeing it's not only that we can, we are doing it. I said this yesterday. If every time you go to a certain place to get talent and you pulling out Pro Bowls, why would I say stop going there? But Marcus, but boss, you shopping at Goodwill. You can't get nothing good at Goodwill, boss. You can't. Bro, you don't see this new TV I got? Yeah, I know it costs $10, but it's a brand new TV, bro. But it's Goodwill, boss. Hey, man, I got a good deal. It's a starter grade leather couch. Matter of fact, it's judged as one of the better couches in the league out of everybody. But boss, it's Goodwill. You should never shop there because nobody else shops there. Are we too focused on where we get talent versus being good at getting talent? Are we too focused on trying to be like the other teams? My boy say point made, boss. Is it? I don't know. I don't know if the point is made. Cause after the first 2 weeks, a lot of us seem like we just gave up. Like, it's over. Free agency is over, so I hope it's over. And it's like, no, we got a track record, y'all. We do. Like an actual track record. I see all y'all super chats. I promise y'all I'm finna go. I'm finna take all these super chats. This is a good question. What is the goal? To get value, to try to win a Super Bowl? Both. Because see, this is to answer your question. That's why I say I don't want to debate metaphors. I want to talk about the specific players. You telling me if you getting Pro Bowl players, you can't win a Super Bowl with Pro Bowl players? That's the question. Can you win a Super Bowl with Pro Bowl players? Let's flip the question. Huh? Can you get a Super Bowl with Pro Bowl players? Can you win a Super Bowl with steel types? That's the question. Can you win a Super Bowl with Bell types? That's the question. Can you win a Super Bowl with Wanye Thomas? That's the question. Can you win a Super Bowl with TJ? Yeah. Can you win a Super Bowl with, yeah. So when you name the names, metaphors don't hold no weight. When you put names by these guys. See, when you put the names, the real names, it's no way to say we doing bad because we getting starter quality dogs out of Goodwill. And I'm showing you the evidence. I showed people the names and the films. I asked everybody, what y'all think about? I asked everybody, and everybody was unanimous. I said, what do y'all think about Jake Ferguson? Everybody, dog. Then I show the dog speaking about the other dog, and we say, whatever. Can't do it. If I'm looking at the quality of the starter, nobody can deny that we getting quality starter talent if we name the names. And keep in mind, these boys young. Most of these people we talking about ain't even in year 3. Yeah. So we talking about epic upside as well. So let me take these super chats and then I'm going to get on the phones. I'm going to be very curious to y'all thoughts. Because I know it's going to be a good one, man. Y'all are smart. So I know y'all going to have some very interesting thoughts. All right. The first super chat. Hold on real quick before I take this super chat. Y'all give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I can see everybody. And my boy Chris just put in a new super chat. My boy Chris, you so greedy. Chris greedy. That's my dog. All right, let me start with you, Chris, since you just put in a fresh super chat. He said, in your opinion, are we experiencing a Steven-led team as if Jerry has officially... Yes. Yes. This is Steven's team. Yeah. This is all Steven. And I believe Jerry has become a believer in this philosophy. I do. I think they both need to move a little bit over. I think they still too far to the right for lack of better of a metaphor. I think they need to come over to the middle a little bit. I think they still need to put their hands in their free agency with shoes. Everywhere else, I'm to the point, do whatever y'all want to do. At any other position, just don't try to give me no shoes out of Payless. But everywhere else, shop. Y'all doing a good job. I'm serious. Some people don't want to hear that. But I'm dead serious. You doing a good job. Just don't try to give me no shoes. Yeah. So, and then the next super chat. Miss Locko. Yeah. Just because you got a Goodwill doesn't mean you can't splurge at the mall once in a while. Yeah. We agree. And people find hidden gems at Goodwill and resell. Yeah. So we saying the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I think they still too much value shopping on places you just can't. But everywhere else, they can. I just think it's the shoes. Some of y'all think other places, I'm like, it's just the shoes. To me, I just don't think you can get no DTs out of that. Then my boy B Bird said, I can't argue with finding success with the UDFAs and the USFL players to fortify the bottom of the roster. Oh, let me go back. We need to add players to the top of the roster. I don't think it's just the bottom of the roster. See, when you say bottom of the roster, it almost sounds like you saying that, like, yeah, the role players, the backups. So, man, some of these dudes are bona fide starters. Yeah. I just don't see it as a bottom of the roster. Let's go by one. Do y'all see John Stevens as a future bottom of the roster guy? Yes or no? I say no. Hunter Lukey, do you see him as a bottom? Yes or no? I say no. I see him as a pivotal starter. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like when we put names on it, the metaphors don't rock. Yeah. Do y'all see Bell as a bottom of the roster guy? Yes or no? Or is that a solid starter that you can win a Super Bowl with? Do you see Terrence Steele as a bottom of the roster guy when you put names on it? Nope. Do you see Wanye Thomas as a bottom of the roster guy? Or a future captain? Because if we saw Curse as a captain and we see Wanye as an upgrade, is that a bottom of the roster? I'm just asking a real question. TJ Bass, he bottom of the roster? Is he bottom of the roster? Put a name on it. Or is that a future starter for somebody if it ain't Dallas? It's people right now, I guarantee you, that just saw his film of what he did as a rookie. If they put him on an open market, he would be gone tomorrow. And we all know it. And would be somebody starter. Is Brandon Aubrey a bottom of the roster guy? Or is he a starter? Is Turpin a bottom of the roster guy? Or is he a starter? I just see it different. I see us getting starters out of this. I don't see us getting backups and bottom guys. I see solid starters. That's what I see. And I don't think nobody can actually say no different when you put names by it. So then it's another super chat. He said, not to get off topic, but this draft I feel will show what they plan on doing with Dak. They had yeah. He said they had a 3-year window for a ring and wasted it. What would you want to see that will be helping Dak? That's what you know what I'm saying? Like what would be a pick that would say they not helping Dak? That's my question, James. And then Andre Richardson, because I'm curious. I respect your mind, James. You got a real good football mind. I want you to spell it out for me so I can make sure I'm all the way with you. Andre Roberts said Wanye Thompson might be Harrison Smith in Zimmer's defense. I agree. I can see that. Okay. I see what you're saying, James. I can't fight you on that. We better see something with the run game. I agree with you on that. Let me keep going, man. Y'all loaded up the super chats, man. Showed a lot of love, so let's get to it. Andre said, 100% with you on the UFA's, boss. Wide receiver Rod Smith was a straight beast for the Denver Broncos. 2 Super Bowls. Great scouts find talent anywhere. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. If I really look at the talent and we look at the names, not where we got them from, when we say, okay, how are these guys playing? Not Was it the cheap seats, dollar store, Marshalls, any other names that we assign to these guys? How are they playing? Pay less. You know the names we say, you know, Payless, Walmart. Now forget all the fancy metaphors. How are they playing? You know? And when I look how they're playing, it moves me a little bit to wait and see. Not, it's over. We're never going to be anything. Just sink it. The whole ship is dead. They are sabotaging Dak. And you right. I didn't even bring up Hoffman. You right. I didn't even bring up Hoffman. Yeah. I probably left some more people off that I just forgot. They probably got some red shirts that we don't even see coming. That's gonna jump out of nowhere. Cause see, didn't Wanye jump out of nowhere? When we saw Wanye come out with the second team defense, y'all remember that? And we was like, who is number 30? He was on a practice squad the year before. All 6'3", 215, developing. Debut this year. And everybody was like, who is 30? Who is this? He was on the practice squad the whole time, red shirted. Okay. My boy said, Hunter had 6 carries for 19 yards all season. It's all hype into potential at this point. No, I disagree. If you are just judging Hunter off the limited short yard, because we also got to keep in mind that Hunter was only used in short yardage situation. So this is not Hunter just getting the ball randomly in the game. We was putting Hunter in the game in short yardage situations, pivotal downs. So I can't just judge him by surface stats. And also, this does not reflect what he was doing in the blocking game, which I showed by the film. And let's also add to his stats in the short yardage situations, he was 100% on his conversion rate. In downs, everybody knew we was running the ball. So if I look at just his average, I'm missing the situations in which Hunter was used. So the stats don't even show the clear picture of Hunter and his potential. And I'm just being all the way honest. The only time Hunter really fumbled was when he fumbled right here. Other than that, Hunter was clearly headed in the right direction. And yes, he is still wait and see. But I will also say this. If he never touches the ball, he is a clear value as a blocker and a lead blocker. If he never touches the ball, I'm going to say that again. If Hunter never touches the ball in the running game, he is still a quality starter in what he can do as a lead blocker. And I already showed the film on that. I can show it again. I'm just being real. Yeah, so another super chat real quick. Then we go take some calls because I want to hear from y'all. He said, we want Eddie V's and they offering us Golden I know. That's what's going on, man. We want Eddie V's. We don't want that Golden Corral. Even if Golden Corral is hidden. it's just, and maybe we need to ask, are we bougie? Are we? I don't want that. That's from Walmart. You know, some of y'all sound like old girl that was like, he taking me to, what did she say? What restaurant was that? Cheesesteak. A chain restaurant. I'm too pretty for that. That's what some of y'all. I'm just being real, bro. Oh, they not serious. They not serious about feeding us. Golden Corral. See, I'm the type. If I go to Golden Corral and that steak tastes just as good as Eddie's, I go eat the steak at Golden Corral. Just on the taste. But that's me. If I really want a steak because when I want a steak, one of my best steaks that I, don't laugh, but where I eat my steaks and love, and I be like, man, they do a good steak. Don't laugh. Cheddar's. Ooh, that cheddar steak. Man, you get that thing medium. Ooh wee. I'm gonna pay half as much as what you pay. But I'm gonna be just as satisfied as you. Are we? And because all I want, man, from a show like this is for us to have balance. That's all I want. I just want balance. Because yes, we do have a reason to be upset, because I think they are too stubborn with their free agents and free agent strategy. I still hate our guys' philosophy. I hate it. Hate, not dislike. H-A-T-E. I hate our guys' philosophy. But I also love what we doing in UDFAs. And I love what we doing in the USFLs. Law always say this, and it's true. Sometimes two things can be true. You could hate the free agency strategy and love the UDFA and USFLs. But I think some of us are just angry, so we hate everything. Even stuff we supposed to like. I got one more super chat. Then we go take some calls. But I want to hear from y'all on this, man. You know what I mean? He said, boss, this is why I was pissed that they picked Deuce over all those stud running backs in the draft, because they play who. Ooh, yeah, you right. They play who they pick. Plus UDFAs they hit on. Yeah. Basically they go force Deuce. That's the scary part in this strategy. That is the forcing. So like for instance, Josh Ball, they picked him too, so they still forcing it. And that's where they need to move over to the middle. So if y'all thinking I'm over here saying, I love everything about the Cowboys, I have no problem at all with our offseason. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm able to departmentalize. I'm just able to say, I like this over here a lot. I like that over there a lot. I hate that over there. Because see, I want some of us to enjoy at least the parts that I'm expecting us to enjoy. I'm expecting us to enjoy another good crop of Will McClay going in there, killing it again in the UDFA. I'm expecting it, especially with a draft with this much talent. I promise you, he's going to do it again. He's going to get some more dogs out. He's going to go right to JUCO and run it up. I'm telling you.
Run it up.
He's going to go right to JUCO, UDFAs, who we scoff at, and he is going to run it up. And I want us to enjoy it. I honestly, like, for real. Like, I saw too much stress in the offseason over kicker. What we gonna do over kicker? Oh, we got this kicker out of USFL. He is going to be garbage. What are we doing? We ended the kicker competition for this big leg nobody. Who is he? Who is this Brandon Aubrey? He's from the dollar store. Are you kidding me? He is from Walmart. Marshall's guy. We went and got this scrub. And then we watched him make the Pro Bowl. B. Bird. He said, just think if we had the same UDFA, USFL strategy, plus if we use free agency like other teams. I agree. Definitely agree. Definitely agree. Because the UDFA, USFL, we hitting it. If we just stop being stubborn on free agency, yes, we could build a dynasty team, B-Bird. We could. And not with a lot of free agents. Just respect the ones that you get. One, treat them fair. And two, every now and then, get the one that you really need. Yeah, I agree, B. That's what we missing. Too stubborn going at the UDFAs, the USFLs. Too stubborn. They got to come over and not over all. I'm not saying be the Rams. I'm saying be 20% of the Rams. I'm not saying be 100%. I'm saying just you got to do more than just scoff at the free agents. Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and get on these phones. Hold on, wait. Let me set these phones up. I can't wait to hear from y'all.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me.
Let's go.
Down the bottle, it be going right to me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me.
She down.
They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
Yup.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me.
They talking nice.
Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me.
You can't have it.
CD on my back and it feel light to me.
Feel light
They
to
think
me.
that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
Yeah, let's go. Man. That boy said I got the city on my back and it feel light to me. Y'all call on in, man. Call on in. And let me put this number up here. I always do that. Put the number up late. But see, the go-tos, they always have that number saved. That's the number y'all call on in. Y'all call on in. I want to hear from y'all, man. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from y'all on this. Because as I'm waiting on y'all to call in, the only thing I'm saying mostly from this show is that yes, it's bad, but from me doing my research, I don't think it's as bad as what we think. And I think it's gonna be one of those things that they gonna end up being right on things that we thought they weren't gonna be right on. I could just see it coming. So let me kick it off with the OG, Coach Q. You live.
Hey, boss.
What's up?
All right. I swear to God, you have a lot of young Cowboy fans. I hope y'all know that we won a Super Bowl with UDFAs. Mark Tournay was the D tackle that we turned to a left tackle. Nate Newton, we picked up on a scrap heap. Kevin Gogan was like a 12th round pick. Larry Brown, who was the Super Bowl MVP, was a 12th round pick. All these people now would be considered UDFAs. Y'all forgot about all these fools. They helped us win Super Bowls.
That's history. Facts.
Bill Bates, Dale Hellish, I could keep going on and on.
Kenny Gaines.
I mean, dude, like, guys.
That's true.
This is what. So everyone who live on our Super Bowls, we have a bunch of these UDFAs. They help us win championships, and they was dogs.
Yep.
Now, the group that we have now, we continue to get dogs. Now, check this out, boss. You have two teams. Both teams are in the playoffs all the time, and both teams draft well. But both teams have different philosophy. Dallas is a high-ceiling team. That high-ceiling team affords us to get a lot of Pro Bowlers and our pros. Baltimore is high floor. Both teams win games, but both of them, boss, to your point, they have to do a better job of mixing. The Cowboys have to do a better job of doing more floor guys early on and doing your ceiling guys later on.
Yeah.
Where with Baltimore, they need to do more high ceiling guys early on and floor guys later on. Because if you look at Baltimore, they have a bunch of good players. But the problem, the reason why they can't get over the hump against Kansas City, because they don't get enough great players. That's the difference. The Cowboys, we all talk about it. We have a lot of great players, but not enough good ones. But it's a mix. It's a mix.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what you were saying, boss, and the other creators. You can get that mix if you go into free agency.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the key. And so like what Baltimore does, they go into free agency, but because they are always a high flow team, they miss out on them high ceiling guys that can get you over the hump. That's the key. And so fans have to understand that Will McClay has a great philosophy. The reason why I say that is because our left guard, who everyone praised, he was a high ceiling guy. Everyone talked about that one as a dog. But Will McClay said, you know what, this guy can be an all-pro. He saw it.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. You talking about Tyler Smith? I want you to name the name.
Yeah, Tyler Smith.
Cause see, wait. I gotta slow you down. Ooh, good point. See, you can't say points like that and just keep talking, bro. Cause you right, Cowboy Nation was mad at the pig.
Mad as fish grease. Now, I'm not gonna put Jay Tuck under the bus, but I was watching the show. He won the Kobe. He named a bunch of guys that he won over Tyler Smith. But Tyler Smith was the only guy that was all pro. All the guys he wanted. Now, all the guys he wanted, they became really good players, but none of them are all pro. High ceiling guy.
Yeah.
High ceiling guy.
And that's why I haven't gave up on Schoon. I have not.
That's right.
Because he's a high ceiling guy. If you go look at his RAS score, shit. If you
That's
go
right.
look at how he measured up, like when your measurables are in line, and you got a production score that's up there with Pitts on the RAS level.
But going back to my point, if the Cowboys would have just on that second pick, the floor guy and got Source Torrance that you and the OC was talking about, look what we would be on the O-line.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have got your high ceiling guy first pick, did your floor on the second pick, and you would have been fine going into this year. Because of salaries that, and Boss, I remember the discussion, the fight that y'all was having. That's the problem that everyone was having because, like, man, he's a pro. Like how high can you get? Well, sometimes, boss, you just need a floor guy because a floor guy can play right now.
Yeah. Well said.
And for everybody that want Powers, I just want you to know that Bass started over him at center. Go look it up. I can't make this up. So, boss, I don't want a guy that couldn't beat Bass. He was a UDFA.
Oh, don't you do it!
So I'm just saying. So all y'all supposed to be scouts that listen to Boss Cowboy. Go look it up. Stick online. All right, not to kick it. He can be Bass out at center. He has to wait till Bass left to get the starting position. I'll wait. Go check it out.
Are you sure about that, bro? You sure about that?
Go
you
look.
Sure?
Go look.
I go look.
I know you will. Everybody else on this call,
if you right, ooh, that's epic.
Go look. It's the reason why, because remember we said Bass in college played all positions. Well, Boss, to play all positions, he had to start with somebody, didn't he? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and people not bringing up the fact, that TJ Bass could very much be your center. To your point, he very much could. Yeah, we not talking about it enough, but yeah, you probably right. You probably already got your center. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I like Powers. So I'm not hating on Powers or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you go back and look, they play for the same team. And Bass last year, it just, that's when Power started starting. But if you go look the year before. So I'm just saying, guys.
You messy. Hold on real quick.
I'm just saying.
Hold on real quick. Let me ask you a question. What did you play when you was playing in high school? Where did you start? Yep. Wait, I just want to make sure who we talking to. I just want to make sure before people start thinking you just talking. Now, you played for one of the biggest and best high schools in Dallas. When was you on varsity? I'm just gonna ask you a question. Was you on varsity as a sophomore, junior, or senior?
Sophomore.
And what are you coaching right now? I'm just asking the question. I'm just for ladies and gentlemen of the jury. What are you coaching?
O-line.
Okay.
O-line.
Okay. I just the case closed.
Bruh.
All right, let me get to the next call, bro. Good call.
All right, boss.
Good call, Coach Q. All right, man, let me lock these phones up. We got enough people.
The conference has been locked.
Oh, man. That was a good call. All right, let me see. I'm going to take one of these new callers. 520, you live.
Hey, what's up? My name's AJ. I just want to say I love following you, Boss Cowboy, and Law Nation and all them. I'm out here in Arizona. Just big Dallas Cowboys fan and follow all you guys and love what you guys do.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You asked some.
And then kind of what I wanted to say about about the Cowboys. Just wanted to say they like this whole organization is kind of like that person that has all the potential in the world to be great, and knows what they have to do, knows where their weaknesses are, but just doesn't want to do anything about it, and just is okay with being right where they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay with passing, they're not okay with being excellent and excelling and getting that 4.0 GPA basically.
I definitely agree,
and that's kind of frustrating because all the new media YouTubers, everybody always points out the weaknesses every single season, and it seems like the organization can see that, but they just don't want to do nothing about it. They just want to keep going what they're going with. It's kind of like they don't want to get laughed at for making a big trade or a big signing or something like that, even though they're getting laughed at either way with the way these seasons have ended.
No, I agree. And that's the part that's frustrating people because it looks like they're doing the exact same things, trying to get a different result, and people not believing in it. So it's what it is. Good call, man. I appreciate it, AJ.
Yeah, no problem.
That was AJ, man. That was a new caller. Chris,
that was AJ.
You live.
Yo, what's going on, boss?
What's going on, Chris?
Not much. So even if we've never really had a bad team as of recent. It's like we've never really said, man, we just gonna be at the bottom of the barrel. We always right there. We are right there. We are climbing the mountain. We are right there every year. That's what I do have faith in. we always gonna be in the hunt no matter what. With a healthy quarterback like that, with the caliber of that, we always gonna have a shot. Now, do you think, like, what would it take for Stephen Jones to give Will just a key downtown and not just a key up the street? Like, what would have to happen for him to, get the keys and go downtown just a little bit, just to get like a different result?
That's a good question. I think the only thing that can make Stephen Jones give Will McClay more rope is failure.
Yeah.
That's it. You have to fall in your face. That's where B. Bird said something back in the day that you can't deny. That Will McClay is a crutch to a degree. His blessing is also a curse. Just keeping it real. To where they overlean on him. They over trust him. They over saying, go get miracles because you get miracles. Oh, you got your Stephen. You got your Stephen Jones. You got your freak tight end, John Stevens. Oh yeah, he gonna do it again. He got him a steal, right tackle. Oh, he gonna do it again. Oh, he got him a safety that can play linebacker who never played it. Oh, he can do it again. Right? It would take failure for them to humble themselves. So as long as Will McClay is being stretched but coming through, they gonna continue to stretch him.
Yeah. Now, hey, let's just say if he gets the full access, you have full access to do whatever you want.
Dynasty.
Do you think he will hire you?
Dynasty. I'm gonna finish it. Before you finish the question, I'm gonna answer it. We would be a dynasty if he put free agency. Like, just look what he doing with UDFAs. If you just said, "Okay, Will, just go get the players. We gonna pay for it. Just go get it. We not go tie your hand behind your back and say you gotta wait to the UDFAs and you gotta go to the USFLs. Just go get the talent. We don't care where it come from. Oh, every year we will be."
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then I do feel like, hey, kids, go to bed. Kids, go to bed. I do feel like Will McClay is like that kid, or he's like that man that just waiting to get that right? He just waiting.
Yeah.
He just waiting. He can't wait. He cannot wait to take full advantage. He has everything that he needs. He got also the full green light.
He also, to a degree, is a yes man. To a degree, where where if you give him an impossible assignment, he's a good soldier, right? So if you say, your mission is to go find epic talent in the you know what I'm talking about. UDFAs. Instead of saying, "Oh my God, these goofy dudes is," he gonna say, "Yes, sir." He gonna say, and he gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he say, if the mission is, if you pick them, you gotta play them. He gonna say, all right, if that's the vision, and if that's what we doing to win, I'm with it. So it just shows you that he's like, for real, when it comes to beats. For real is the only producer that know how to customize his beats to the artist. You know what I mean? Because every producer, you can almost tell the music producer. Like, you could tell with his Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? You could tell, but with For Real, if you a Southern rap artist, your beat with For Real is going to sound Southern. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
that's who he is. Like, so I think nobody said it than B Bird. He is truly a blessing and a curse.
He is. He really is. But that's all I have, boss man. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna let you get to the rest of the callers. Great show, good content. Hey, just keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Man, appreciate it, big dog, and I will.
Oh yeah.
All right, G.
Yes, sir.
That was Chris 214.
God bless.
Man. God bless. All right. All right, let me go with my boy DP Johnson. DP. DP Johnson.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Right,
before you go, DP, before you go, I want to tell people to hit that like button. Just real quick. Everybody, we got too many people in here not to have the likes. Let's get the likes up. Just hit that like button real quick, man. We giving y'all some real good, honest content. Go ahead, DP.
Man, Coach Q, fire as always. Fire.
He was.
I had to go ahead and put my little 2 cents on it though. I came to the realization once I calmed down that as much as we don't like the way that Stephen Jones, Baby Nuts, goes about his business, it's too late for us to start making the racket we want to now, because he's been doing it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, right when we made the switch and picked up DQ, he did go ahead and sign us 3 free agents, two of which he hit on.
Right. Yeah.
But that's coming off of not doing nothing but saying I'll be willing to sign my own guys. Now, smartly, I don't think it's fair to the player. One of those guys, he pushed out and asked him to do more. And Kurt's body got beat up. He obviously looked like he lost a step last year.
Yeah.
But Stephen Jones used him up. He's free agent right now, so I really don't think he kicked. But this undrafted free agent thing, Stephen Jones has been hitting on this for a minute now, y'all. Y'all got to remember, not only Tony Romo, but Miles Austin, his number one, was an undrafted free agent.
Right.
Stephen Jones is not new to this game at all. And Will McClay, you're right, he is a player. Because, yeah, as fans, we want to see 5 stars. We want to see him go out and get 5-star dining for us. You know what I mean? But Will McClay, he might not necessarily take you to a 5-star dining, but Will McClay's that dude that got a cousin everywhere you go, and he know where that fire-ass mom and pop is at.
Right. Facts. Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why they get away with going the way that they go about it. You know what I mean? Y'all pay attention. Y'all talking about a rebuild. It's only 3 players from the roster from 4 years ago.
Right. Ooh.
Always, when I tell you that comment, I say the Garrett area. Let's talk about how long ago. That was 4 years ago. We have 3 players left from that 53.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Stephen Jones been on this. Y'all gotta understand. We're not gonna go shop at your 5-star diners. You know what I mean? But them bomb ass mom and pop that everybody in the neighborhood know about. That's Will McClay.
That's where we eating.
That's Will McClay. We eating good. We eating good in the hood. Know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, I don't like the way that they like dragging Dak money out, and I hope that they realize you're playing with your all-pro quarterback same time as you're playing with your number 1 receiver.
Right.
So that makes absolutely no sense. By playing with one, you turn off the other. Now, I mean, they should be dealing with them 2 as a package before they walk out of this point. But what I do think Stephen Jones is betting on, like you said before, and we've actually discussed here on your channel before, is that post-draft market. And I think if he can sign Dak and CD either right before or even during the draft, now I got $40 million available that I can throw at the best players who are getting cut. Because it's going to be some starters. there's going to be some dudes that nobody expects, just like every year, who gets one or two guys too many added to his room. And a couple of these guys premium picks, so we're going to go ahead and get it a shot. And that's what Stephen Jones, I think, is moving on now. I mean, this 3 to 5 to 8 million, that's his cap. That looks real good after the draft. Because those dudes usually get $2-3 million contracts anyway. So 5 to 8 million to a dude after the draft is a proven starter. Yeah, Stephen Jones ain't slick. Like, he's slick, but I see you still.
Yeah. You know
what I mean? So Cowboys Nation, just breathe.
Let's
Gotta
breathe.
get through this. We know Stephen likes to go at his own pace. You know what I mean? But don't feel like he's doing something different. Don't feel like he's doing something that he don't understand what he's doing. This is how he's been doing for the last 10 years.
Yes. That boy said breathe.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
You gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. You gotta sit back and look at it. You know what I mean? Like, the same way we was mad they weren't adding free agents during Dak's rookie contract. If you listen to the Cowboys apologists or the Cowboys' own employed beat writers, they'll explain to you, well, the blessing of Dak was that it gave us time to get off Tony Romo's contract and to get off of a lot of other bad contracts that they had. So there was dead money that was stopping them from doing that. Well, that's the exact reason why they ain't let Dak go, because it puts us right back there. So y'all go ahead and breathe. It's just much politicking right now. Everything is everything. We still finna do us, and it is what it is. It's Will McClay season.
It's Will McClay season. We still got to get us some shoes, but I'm
and I'm with you on that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the shoes. Like, bro, my mom and daddy, you know what I mean? My mama used to be a lounge singer. My daddy used to be a club MC. You know what I mean? We got fly people in our family. You know what I mean? I've been shopping at all them stores that you've been naming since I was young, and I mean, I ain't got no shame in mine. I go to TJ Maxx, Ross, Mervyn's. I don't care. I go ahead and get all the shirts and
Walmart
and the pants and the. And I might even grab me an accessory or something out of here. And I mean, you know what? I might grab something from out the house, out the back rack that I can just throw in the guest room. I know ain't nobody really gonna use it. Just look good when you walk by it, looking at dope. You know what I mean? But them shoes, no, you can't do that. My granddad born in 1903. He said, you know how you know if a man clean what? His shoes and his hat. That's your line and your quarterback. Don't play with them.
Don't play with them. Well said,
you don't
big
play
dog.
you don't play with your line and you don't play with your quarterback. Let's get it done. Cowboys Nation, stand up. I'll holler at you both.
Good call. DP. All right, we got Tyreek. Tyreek, I know you want to talk about Zeke. I'm with that. Let's go.
What's up, boss? What's going on, Cowboy Nation?
What's up with it?
Cooler, man. I'm going to say it like this, man. I don't want Zeke back because I think Zeke can be a progress stopper to what we got going on. We need to get younger again as far as our running back room. It looks like the whole team is going younger. We need somebody explosive, man. We need somebody explosive, somebody that can break tackles and make a move. Zeke, don't get me wrong, Zeke is still a decent running back, but he ain't the old Zeke. So it's like we don't want that old thing back. We want something new. You know what I mean? And I think that even Mike McCarthy had our fullback name in it. He said something about it. We consider him a running back too, a running back fullback / running back. So I think he's going to get more carries this year.
Who?
The fullback.
Oh, Hunter.
I think Hunter's going to get more carries this year, man. I think it takes for a person to fail sometimes to succeed. You know what I mean? And I think that he's like you've been saying, as far as him blocking and all that stuff, he's improving. You see, he's gonna improve in that. But at the same time, too, we need him to improve with running because I think the dude could run the ball better than a lot of people think he can. I don't think the dude is scrub. But I do want I want a young running back. I want them to draft a younger running back up in here. I don't want Zeke in here because I don't want the whole what is that, Jason Witten syndrome with them blocking progress. I don't want that anymore with the Cowboys. They need to cut that out. So that's one reason why I don't want Zeke back. But far as the team, as far as you're talking about the unrestricted free agents, it's with the undrafted free agents. Yeah, we did pretty good, but at the same time, they're not. And I would say we got a couple impact players. You know, I look at our kicker is a good player. He's a Pro Bowler. But as far as, you know, I think Terry's still good.
Wait. What was Turpin? Was Turpin a Pro Bowl?
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler, but I feel like he got ushered in because he was a Cowboy, man. That's how I really feel. I feel like he got ushered in.
It wasn't because he had one of the highest kickoff return rates in the league. It was just because he was a Cowboy.
Yeah, and he got in there because of that. I'm not saying that the dude was a scrub. I don't think he's a scrub. But I don't think he's like a starter. I don't think he's a starter wide receiver. I don't think that.
When he told receiver, he didn't make Pro Bowl at being fourth receiver. He made it as a return guy. So
yeah, he did. I'll give him man his credit. He made it as far as that. You know, but we still could say that it was a couple. Turpin was a part of the reason that we was caught up on the 10-yard line in the playoffs. Might keep bringing the goddamn ball out. That's not starter mentality. You know what I'm saying? Putting your quarterback in bad situations. That people don't want to talk about that because that's why I keep saying that playoff loss against Green Bay was a whole team loss, coaches included.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a real question.
Yes.
If Turpin was a rookie, fourth round, and made the Pro Bowl, would you be mad?
That he run the ball out?
Yeah.
Would be mad at him that?
Just as a player.
Yeah, I'd be mad at him because he run the ball out.
As a player in general. Like, I can point to any bad game with any player, but in bad moment. But I'm saying overall, you would be very happy with that. You would be very happy if we got a free agent returner that became a Pro Bowler, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'm not saying Turpin's a scrub. I'm not saying Turpin is a scrub. I'm saying that he's a young player. He has potential. The dude can run. He got potential. But to put him as a starter, he could be a starter. He's a starter far as a returner, but anywhere else, he's not a starter on our team.
And
you know what I mean?
And being a starter returner is important. Is return not important?
Yeah, it is, but he didn't do nothing last year for us.
He didn't?
I didn't see him return anything last year.
Nah, I ain't talking about returning to the house, but just the return game is important.
Yeah,
and also you say he didn't do nothing as a returner. I think he did significantly well. To be a USFL player and to contribute the way he contributed, I think was fantastic. To be a fourth team receiver in a new offense, I think he did real good.
I think he's decent. I think he's a decent player. He's not a scrub. I wouldn't say he's a scrub.
I'm trying. Okay. So what's your point? What's your overall point?
My overall point is this: it's okay. It's cool to get the unrestricted free agents. We are good at that. I do agree with you as far as that, but I don't agree with us just going for these type of guys when we clearly see that it takes all pros and good players to make it further than what we keep making it. I think it's a hiccup somewhere. It's what the Joneses is not doing.
It's in the shoes.
Making our team not get over the hump.
It's the shoes. It's just the shoes. It's it. It's just the shoes.
So you're saying it's just the defensive tackles?
Yeah, that's it.
That what you mean?
That's all.
I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's a little bit more. I think it's a little bit.
So what else are we missing? What else are we missing talent wise?
Talent wise, we need more linebackers. We know that. Is that a part of the shoot too?
No.
Okay,
So,
we need more. We need better linebackers.
You'll say linebackers, okay?
Yeah, we need better. We need better linebackers. We don't know. We probably don't need an extra.
So no, but that's wait.
Trayvon.
Before we start talking about what we need, because that's really not what. It's did we not answer it sufficiently? Is the real question. Because I would say we did answer it sufficiently. I felt like Harper was a sufficient answer, and I believe Evans was a sufficient answer. Not what we need. Is did we answer it? And does this team know how to go get it? Yeah, we know how to go get it. It's just what do we do when it's here?
You don't play them.
Right. So is the question about getting the talent or how we treat the talent?
Yeah, I agree. It is how we treat the talent, man.
It's how we treat the talent.
You guys, like you and OC was saying a long time ago with that other guy that was here that got treated like a stepchild that should have replaced Collins. The other Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed back then for that because I seen it. Yeah, Dallas is very political. We like to stop political and like to stop progress, all because they're playing the player. That's just like with Wanye. I feel like Wanye should have been on the field more last year. We probably got some turnovers instead of Kurtz being out there getting burnt. I think Wanye should have been out there.
All right, let me go back to something real quick. I want to ask you a question. So you say you don't want Zeke. He could be stunting prospect. Is he stunting the progress of? So like whose progress is he stopping? Hunter, Deuce, and Rico's? Is that the progress?
It depends. It depends on who we draft. I think if the Cowboys don't draft anybody good in the first 3 rounds, yeah, I would consider bringing Zeke back. But to bring Zeke back before we draft, no, I'm not with that. I want to see what they do in this draft because a good running back might fall into their lap in the 2nd round or the 3rd round, and they can't. Then they have no choice but to take this running back. If you already brought back Rico Dowdle to get some time, why bring back Zeke? I don't understand why you would want Zeke back.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you want to wait till after the draft. I think that's fair. You want to see what falls in the draft first. I think that's because if you do get Zeke, the person that becomes the odd man out is Hunter, and it makes sense, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Because Zeke is gonna still be a better blocker than Hunter, but the problem is Hunter is a real fullback though, and you do lose that. You know what I mean? Or you could be carrying 4 running backs, which is wow. Okay.
Yeah, but if you can get an explosive, we missing an explosive running back. That's what we missing back.
No, I agree.
An explosive.
I ain't gonna fight you on that, man. I think it would be prudent. It would be prudent to wait till after the draft to see what falls. I think that's fair. If you get wiped out, because I only see about 4 running backs in this whole class that I think will come in and help us year one. And it's easy for you to get wiped out of 4 players. You feel me? So if we get wiped out,
and you have to run the ball this year.
Yeah.
You have to run the ball this year. This is the one thing I'm gonna say. We have to establish a running game this year because you got 2 ops in your conference, in your bracket. Kellen Moore is an op. He knows what you like to run a little bit. He's an op. And then you got Dan Quinn, that's an op that just left here. he knows what Mike likes to run.
Yeah.
He know what Mike likes to do. And the only thing Mike hasn't showed him is that he has a good running game that he can't stop. I think that we need to establish that this year because that's going to make your quarterback even better.
Me too.
That is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks on the play action. And that's the thing that I've been getting frustrated with the organization is I don't see Dak doing enough play action passes.
Right.
Because the man is good when he got a running game. He's damn near dynamic when he has a running game.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we doing?
Right.
That's it. That's it, man. That's all I wanted to say, boss.
Nah, man, good call. You made a good case. Good
Thank
case. Yeah, good case.
All right.
All right, Tyreek, man.
All right, peace.
Yeah, man. My boy Tyreek, man, came in with that thunder. So, Cowboy Nation, listen. I'm not telling y'all not to be angry. I think you should. I just don't think being angry at the UDFAs and the USFLs warrants it. Because to me, that's where we're excellent. Not even just good. Excellent. Not just good, excellent. So you mean to tell me the first couple of times you even put your toe in the USFL, you got a Pro Bowler, then you got another one? You got a starting left guard or right guard, potentially center? You got you a guy that's a freak athlete, 6'3", 215, run a 4.3. You got your starting right tackle at a value price. You got a safety that's such a football player that you can have him playing linebacker for the first time undersized, and he still is a fish in water. Not even in his natural position. You got a fullback that had 100% short yardage conversion rate until his fumble. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't be angry.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Look, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.